We find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They run for the first time with Justice Hill, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Those defense for the Packers, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Here's Hill again on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Mond out of the shotgun. Airing it out deep for Smith. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers. They go screen with Dillon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Dancing to his left. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. With a lot of the media, Charles, ourselves included, starting to prep those MVP ballots, you wonder if last week's performance, which he admitted was not very good, if that hurt him at all coming down the stretch.
Less than 50 yards on the ground in last week's game that you referenced, and let's face it, if he has another game like that, we'll erase him from the MVP discussion. He won't even be talked about anymore. He has to bounce back with 100-plus in this one in order to stay in that race.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mond. Steps away to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Mond. Escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kellen Mond taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what
the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Maurice Hurst, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Still 15 yards to go, second down. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. Second down at 7. Mond looks to throw. Forced out to his left. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
These two teams all tied after 1. Mond going to throw it. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll drop to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Six yards left on second down. Handoff here to Nwangu.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. On first down, here's Mond. He's got Smith here. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
3 yards remain for second down. Now back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1 yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Rodgers now on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Rodgers going to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 52 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Jones, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. On play action, it's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And some space here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he's brought down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packersons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they'd get a sweep of the season series. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Rodgers. Open man, Amari Rodgers, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Before half for Rodgers. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. The give is to Jones. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Here's Rodgers.
Got a man able to find Rodgers. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Maurice Hurst able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers.
He's got this one complete to Rodgers.
And out of bounds right around the 20. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. It gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they're trailing the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw here. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square, and then he brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the give is Nwangu. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. Eluding the pressure right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Mond. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll go again to Jones. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And the ball is loose. Dillon lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Again, it's Jones. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal 4th down stop.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. And what are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's Samuels. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Room here to run. He's at the 40, the 20. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
and they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Back to throw. Being chased out left. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well. And in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that? Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Second and 8 coming up. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Roth. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. Back to throw. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock. I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate. Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road. And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you? Yeah, because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through. So for Green Bay,